Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk with the Watts Brothers, we of course are going to have our normal preview for our prospective teams, St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. And we're also going to have our predictions and the headlines from the MLB, NFL, and the NBA, along with our final thoughts. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you have your coffee ready, like always. Coffee always in hand. Coming up after that, we also are going to be celebrating National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Yes!
Using the hashtag National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, we will be eating chocolate chip cookies throughout our podcast to celebrate it. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Double Take Sports Talk coming up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Double Take Sports Talk, welcome to the show. Darren Watts here. On the other side, Darren Watts today. Say hello, Darren Watts.
My man, Darren Watts. What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. What's going on?
National Cookie Day.
Oh, yes.
It, man.
Oh, gotta love this. Gotta love it. Got to love it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, of course, in celebrating National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, we are going to actually be eating cookies throughout the show. So hopefully this is a new, type of thing to, get familiarized with something to spice up what we're doing besides just sitting here staring at each other all day.
With a thumb up right here.
Yeah, you ain't lying. So we'll have that, and hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, this will be a very enjoyable podcast. But Darren, are you ready to go ahead and get this started?
Born ready. Been born ready.
Of course, Lance. Let's do this. Previews. Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals. We are going to start with the Chicago Cubs. Daryl, it's yours.
You said that quickly. You want to get your hands on those cookies, don't you?
That's exactly what I want to do. Get my hands on these cookies.
Okay, here we go. All right, today, 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time at Wrigley Field. It's going to be 63-43 Washington Nationals going up against the 57-50 Chicago Cubs. Projected starting pitchers for today's game, it will be for the Nationals, it will be the 8-7 right-handed pitcher, Tanner Roark. He is getting 4.93 ERA with 104 strikeouts this year. Against the Cubs, or actually, yes, against the Cubs, this is his fifth time actually taking the mound in his career. Well, of course, this will be his fourth start. He owns a 3.38 ERA, and he is trying to bounce back after giving up 4 runs in 5 innings with 4 walks. I guess the last thing that he played against, I couldn't tell you. But, oh well, moving on. For the Chicago Cubs, we got the 4-3 right-handed pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. He is still trying to get his rhythm back. He has an ERA of 3.80 with 59 strikeouts. Of course, he is still trying to build up his arm after having some kind of injury to his hand, which is causing him to create some strength, extra strength for his arm. So, of course, in his last start, he did not get a decision win or loss against the Brewers. Of course, holding them to one run on 6 hits over 5+ innings, which I don't understand. Why? Did that game go to extra innings or something? Or did they use up a lot of their bullpen? See, I'm just talking to myself now. Don't mind me. This will be his 3rd start since coming off the DL. Couple things to note on their behalf about this game. Could this be the NLDS playoff preview. It could be. It could be not. So at this point right now, they're calling it a preview for the NLDS. I don't personally think so, but it is what it is. The last time these two teams met was earlier this season. They split a four-game series in that aspect in the nation's capital. With Tanner Wark. I already mentioned his stats. Once again, of course, he got a 3.38 ERA against the Cubs in his career. So we're going to keep an eye out on that because he has given up some runs in that average there. So that's going to be very interesting. We kept close to this game today. And one thing to know, I know pretty sure that a lot of people have seen this, and I have, but Bryce Harper, he has expressed interest in playing for the Cubs in 2018. So that is something to keep an eye out for. And that's all I have for the things to know for this game. Darren, St. Louis Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch is at 6:40 at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Our starting Cardinals pitcher would be Mike Leake, 7-9 with a 3.29 ERA and 87 strikeouts. Now, I'm not about to go into name gestures because I'm not about to have a stroke and stress trying to figure this out. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds is going to be Astor W. with a 1-1 record with a 4.50 ERA and 35 strikeouts. What to look for in this game today? Cardinals shortstop Paul Jejong is suspected to be back in the lineup after sitting out Thursday, resting. Adam Duvall, 13-35, 5 doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs against the Cards in 2017. Dangerous scouting report. Look out, St. Louis. And last but not least, in Mike Leake's last start against the Diamondbacks, his pitch resulted in a blast to left field seats at Busch Stadium, which was projected at 466 feet. That is the longest home run off a Leake since StatCast was introduced in 2015.
And a possible steroid reach. What a mercy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, he didn't. That's whoever got the home run off of him. I don't know who it was. I didn't get to look that up. But then were your previews for the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals prospective teams. And now we're going to take a look at the starting lineup for our prospective Chicago Cubs versus the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals against the Cincinnati Reds. Let's take a look at those starting lineups. All right. Predictions. Start with of course, the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Darren?
I got the Nationals in this game.
So do I. Point blank period. Sorry. I got the Cubs in this game.
Care to explain?
I got the Cubs. I just believe that I'll play them. I got the Cubs.
The Nationals.
Okay. The Nationals. Darryl got the Nationals, and I got the Chicago Cubs. And for the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds, Darryl, who do you have?
It better be St. Louis.
It better be St. Louis too, pal.
It better be St. Louis.
It better be St. Louis. Not looking for any shenanigans off of them. I expect them to sweep Cincinnati in this series. That's pretty much the rest of my – yeah. I expect them to sweep them.
I expect the Reds at least win one.
Nah, I expect them to get. I expect the Cardinals to sweep them. That will put them back on the map of the NL Central battle. So,
Yeah,
I expect them to sweep them.
you can get that wild card spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our predictions. Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals. NFL, MLB, NBA headlines. Daryl, it is all yours, pimp.
Yeah, first let me take a sip of this real quick.
You go right on here and take that sip. In the meantime, I got a headline. Once again, it is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the headlines from the respective world of sports of NBA, NFL, and MLB for August 4th, 2017. Let's go ahead and start this off with the NBA. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I want to share that, but I'm going to move on from that. The NBA has approved the board of the Detroit Pistons moving to another location in downtown Detroit.
Oh.
To be moving to the Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. They're packing up their bags from the Palace of Auburn Hills and going to the Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. So they're approving that, and they will start playing there effective, I believe, either this season or next season. So that is a one hopefully change of scenery.
I'll say.
Michael Jordan, of course, he's expressing his opinions. Now he believes that Kawhi Leonard is the best two-way player in the league, and I
agree
agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Best defensive player you could ever see in your life, and one of the best offensive players you could ever see in your life too.
Mm-hmm.
Two-way player, just excellent. He's excellent. So I agree to that. Stephen Curry is taking his talents to golf now this summer, and he is actually playing pro golf, and he is so far making a good impression. Moving on. Okay. From the NFL perspective, I believe it is either Jerry Jones or his son. I can't remember which one it is. One of them said Ezekiel Elliott will be playing week 1. Due, of course, to all this investigations and allegations against Ezekiel Elliott, they are hoping that the NFL has made the decision coming up here to decide that he will play week 1. And if that's the case, he will be playing week 1. Some sort of bad news coming out of Miami also. Ryan Tannehill had hurt his knee. And he left practice. Well, that's what I say. It's sort of bad news.
It's their season.
And he's going to get a second opinion on his knee, which so far, when they did the x-rays, he had absolutely no structural damage. So that is a uplift.
For right now.
Yeah, for right now, considering the fact that he has actual no structural damage. Structural damage.
That's just, to me, that's just a whole waiting to get worse ordeal.
Could be. That's why he's getting a second opinion. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
I'm talking about once you get on that football field. And I ain't talking about practice. I'm talking about a game.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get that knee too. They're gonna put that helmet to that knee so good they ain't gonna know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, the Dallas Cowboys have pulled out that win 20-18. 20-18.
Did I make up a score like that yesterday?
Did you?
I think I did. I think I made up a score. I think
you probably did.
I think because you laughed at me when I said 20-18, and I think you laughed at me when I said 6-2.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, silly. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, lastly but not least, of course, as we all know, training camp has gotten very physical here lately. There's been quite a few scuffles that has been going on. One of these scuffles led to a blood bath. Yeah, this is getting pretty bad. And of course, Sam Bradford wants more explosive plays from the Vikings.
You're going to have to learn how to throw an explosive football in order for that to happen, pimp.
Considering that he had a pretty good jump up from, moving to Philadelphia to Minnesota, and for him to be actually on sync, he did pretty good. But yeah, you're right. He needs an arm. He needs a cannon. All right, MLB. Up 7 after 2 rain delays, the Tigers had hold off the Oilers, which was very interesting because you blow a 7-run lead on 2 rain delays, and the Tigers actually win this game. So that kind of got my attention. 11 strikeouts puts Kugler in Idle's company, so I'm pretty sure he is in a good club right now. ML.TV is set to stream Darvish's Dodgers debut. So anybody that's looking to actually watch something on MLB TV, it's going to be the Dodgers game. I think they're playing who was it? Was it the Mets? Yep, the Mets. They'll be playing the Mets, and so they're going to be streaming his debut. But that's all I have for the sports world. MLB, NBA, NFL for August 4th, 2017. All right, final thoughts. You got anything for us there?
Of course not.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Well, at least it's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Yeah.
Almost knocked mine over.
What kind did you get?
It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
No, the brand. Did you get Annie's?
No, I didn't. It's called Matt's Cookie. Something just hit my head down. So it's Matt's Cookies. It's an organic cookie.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Something just popped into my head about Matt's Cookies. I don't know why. Forget it. Sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to go. Oh my gosh. Just don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
So
you know how much strength this takes? Gosh. Oh.
You can't win for the life of you.
No, I can't.
You can't win, man. Have to get yourself a new chair, man. You have to get yourself a new chair.
Or lose some weight.
Yeah, nothing to do with it.
Everything to do with it. It wasn't doing that to me the first.
I guess so.
Or I sit too hard. That's one of the two. Now I'm sitting up like I have to literally sit up and not push down, because if I was just to slouch on it, it probably would fall. Well, not now, but
it just has its ways, I guess.
Yeah, I would have to literally cross my leg in order for that to happen.
Wow. Oh, well. All right. If there's anything else, we go ahead and get up on out of here.
Let's do it.
All right. That is another edition of Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. If you like what you see, you give this video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show? Of course, you comment in the comment section below. Of course, we're here. We'll reply to you. Got the other social medias of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And just hit us up from there. But until then, I'm Darren. There's on the opposite side.
Yep.
All right. Happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then,
Ciao.
Double Take Sports Talk here with me, Darren Watts. As many of you know, me and Darren enjoy talking sports and giving out stats, but we also enjoy entertaining while doing it. So with that being said, you can check us out on the social media side and get more involved in our podcast. We're on Twitter at DTST2414, or you like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. We're also on YouTube. Like, share, do what you got to do with that. Once again, we don't mind. Also, we are finally back on the podcast app for audio-only purposes for those who enjoy audio-only of our podcast. We're also on the blog, feature critical thinking and analysis, and you can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. Thanks again.